Alright, you know what? It's about time. I can only sit in here in silence for so long. Their session hasn't started yet, but at the very least, I can go ahead and do a quick talk about the current standings. So this is Participation Trophy Racing League. Um, this is their week 9. They will be racing in Azerbaijan, Baku. Those of you who know, this is an absolutely punishing track. Walls all around. You are in a jail cell of a track. Any slip up and you are fucking dead. So, as we have up, we have Turbo Chicken racing for Racing Bulls with 94 points, well ahead of second place of Eric. Yeah, I mean, looking at his results, he has 3 wins this season, three wins this season, two second places, and then a second place just or a seventh place just because he felt like it, I guess. Very much so, very consistently the fastest driver of this grid with Eric the Berkey, Pickle Tickle, Stick, and the Natural all very, very close to each other, very much so fighting for what seems to be second place as their results are a little more patchy. They are a little more up and down as far as their own results go. Switching over to our constructors standings, we have Kick Sauber in first. A lot more about there was a bit of a controversy kind of a long time ago now. The more I drag it on, the more it gets dragged on. But the Sauber team inheriting those points from two other racers. Why can't you sub? Brother, I'm not in this for the money. I don't want to have ads on my stream. Go spend your money on something else. Maybe buy me a drink or something. Whatever. But Racing Bulls are charging very fast up the board as they are consistently putting in better results than the Sauber drivers, the Sauber replacements. Um, Aston Martin 30 points essentially behind the Racing Bulls. Mercedes trying to fight to get that third place. Constructors very much so a battle between Sauber and Racing Bulls. And then very quickly as they are about to transition into the race session, we have the qualifying and race results. So qualifying, Turbo Chicken very much so the fastest man on track, over 3 tenths I think faster than second place of the Berkey. The Berkey is one of the new kick Sauber drivers. And then we have Eric, who is in second place of the drivers' standings, third fastest at Netherlands. Sparkashira, that is my sugar daddy. He is the one who offered to pay me money. Um, is the stream family friendly? My boy is watching. Shut your bitch ass up. I do what I want. Family friendly, my ass. But as I was saying, fastest man on track is Turbo Chicken. Turbo Chicken racking up those wins significantly faster than the rest of the field. So they have now transitioned into the session. So let me go ahead, set my telemetry and my HUD up correctly, and then I can move it on over. So that should be it for that. Let us now head into the session as qualifying is set to begin. I don't know if there's rain to be expected as EA is a shit company who doesn't know how to make games better, but I would love to be able to see weather forecast. The drivers are able to, maybe one of them who as some of them do hop into the stream to have that on as background noise, I guess, do sometimes let me know, but it does not look like there will be any kind of wet weather here at Baku. I can tell you firsthand, it is absolutely dreadful to have less grip on what is already a very, very difficult, technical, and punishing track. As you can see, they are in a jungle. They are surrounded by walls all around and very, very tight corners throughout this track. So I mean, one slip up, one small mistake, and you might have absolutely fucked yourself out of a good race. So, um, yeah, we are starting to see the entire grid filter on out of the pits and make their way onto track to warm up their tires on this outlap to then initiate their hot laps and go as fast as possible. It's as simple as that. Go as fast as possible. Qualify as high up the grid you can, because overtaking here at Baku is either very dangerous, complicated, or completely up to the straights at the very back of the track in the third sector. Mod me? No. Too bad. Too bad. I don't even think you've ever used Twitch in your life. I'm surprised you even was able to open up Twitch, Mr. McKean Bailey. Again, I promise you that is how you pronounce it. I know it might look different. It might look like you pronounce it in a different manner, but no, I promise you that is exactly how you pronounce it. McKean Bailey. We shall see here. The Mercedes now reaching as fast as he can, hit his top speed to begin this flying lap. Elite Ninja, one of the more consistent kind of middle of the pack drivers of this grid. Where is Mr. Turbo Chicken? Turbo Chicken is in... Yes, the Racing Bull, I see him. He will be on a hot lap soon, but it being the Elite Ninja, the first one out of the pits, he gets the privilege of being the first to have his hot lap commentated. So let's jump on board for Mr. Elite Ninja EE. I like to say this is Elite Ninja Electrical Engineering. He has not corrected me. He has not said I am not an electrical engineer. So until then, I will continue to call him Mr. Electrical Engineer as he hits the apex very well, using as much of the track as possible, really pushing the walls, but not hitting them. Good acceleration out of this exit, maybe a little bit of wheel spin, but now heading into even more of a technical turn. Don't want to cut too much of that chicane corner as you can bottom out and lose a lot of time, but maybe a little bit of a conservative lap through Sector 2 as he does not really seem to be pushing some of these turns as much as possible. The turn 1 and turn 2, he did push quite aggressively, but for the rest of this lap, he seems to be struggling a little bit to really maximize the grip of his tires and really maximize his setup as he starts his descent into what is the descent of the track as you start to hit these downhill braking zones where it's very difficult to not lock up your brakes as the track is falling away from you, and the downforce can only help you so much. Missing the apex on this one, but maybe holding on to a little bit more speed. Probably not. Here, this is a full ascend. There is very little lift and coast to be done through that corner, but he does not have very much battery left over for this last bit of the lap. What will he come across with this finish line? He will finish with a 1:41.4. We shall see how, as the rest of the grid behind him come up, what that time will be like in comparison to the rest. We will have Too Angry slower by a second to Elite Ninja. D-Mummy a little slower than Elite Ninja as well. D-Mummy, another middle of the pack driver for this grid. Maybe Sparkashira can show us what is a faster lap. Yes, he can. Now over a second faster than those who have already crossed the line. Sparkashira, my sugar daddy, he pays me money to commentate for this league. He pays me 15 big ones, 15 massive buckaroos with the Berkey, the Kick Sauber driver, now the fastest man through qualifying. jvacations@gmail.com. What an absolute animal. He has had some of the craziest names I've ever seen in this game. He has been named former President Maduro, Maxwell Gisli Maxwell, however the order goes. He has had some vile and, you know what, slightly creative based names. So credit to him for that. Big Baby in 5th place after the natural, coming across now with a P4 qualifying lap. Turbo Chicken, very, very fast. I know he can put up some insanely fast laps. So what can he, with his first hot lap, finish with here? A 1:39.9, only what, 6 thousandths or 600ths of a second slower than Berkey, currently sitting in pole position. The rest of the field, mostly, except for the Primitive and a Giant Stick, I think mostly kind of back runners on this grid. So not to say that I don't expect them to do much, but I don't expect them to do much, to be blatantly honest. So we will now have Elite Ninja seemingly on a second hot lap on what will be used tires. I don't really expect him to improve all that much unless he really was being very conservative in his first hot lap. So we shall see. He is still harvesting through this section of the track, running a little wide, losing a little bit of grip into turn 1. I can't tell. Is he on a hot lap or is he just aggressively pushing right now for no other reason than to just get a handle for the track maybe? I don't know. But the rest of these back runners still in the pits or not. Smiley Face making a return. What is up, Mr. Smiley Face? Number 7 of the Racing Bulls. Racing Bulls wanting to maintain momentum and do better than the Kick Sauber drivers, as Kick Sauber currently really only has the Berkey as a competitive driver on this grid, with EV struggling to gain any sort of significant points, any kind of significantly good results in the past few races. I think it's been 2 to 3 races that these guys have been in charge of the Kick Sauber seats. So Smiley Face now beginning a hot lap, it seems like. Oh, excuse me. my god, I'm sleepy, sleepy, sleepy. But here we go. On board here with Mr. Smiley Face on a hot lap. Yes, he is using the overtake mode. He is on a hot lap. So for those of you who do not know, as I do have some IRL friends now joining the streams here who are not very big F1 followers, the overtake mode, so there is a hybrid. F1 cars are hybrids. So you have your combustion engine, and then you have your battery, which can provide additional power to the car, to the drive shaft, to yes, McKean. He knows, he understands, he did his research. But so the battery has different modes that can be used throughout a race, and so there's no battery usage where it's all on the combustion engine, medium where it's a bit of a balance, and then there's also hot lap in the game, but it's one of the most useless modes. It's very inefficient for most cases. And then there's the overtake mode, as Smiley Face losing out a little bit of traction there. No invalidated lap, but will have lost a significant amount of time throughout this lap. But the overtake mode absolutely sends a maximum amount of battery output into the car, and so that is where you can have your highest amount of acceleration, highest amount of top speed is under overtake mode, but you only have a limited amount to use, and it has to recharge throughout your lap. It recharges when you're coasting, and most importantly and most significantly, recharges under heavy braking. So managing that is a part of the strategy when it comes to a race and a qualifying lap, as Smiley Face will come across 5 thousandths of a second slower than his fastest lap. Unused tires. That is a shame. I know he is feeling a little frustrated, knowing that he's lost a significant amount of time throughout that lap. We will see this Aston Martin kind of letting this Ferrari pass, but it seems like this Ferrari is also not on a hot lap. No, he is not. He is on an out lap. Just, good courtesy to let a car through. Now, Barkashira does pay me. I have to be biased. It is how this world works. He pays me money. I glaze him. I slobber all over him. I'm just kidding. I slobber a lot over him, not a little. So we shall hop on board for his hot lap and give him a little more attention. Give him a little bit of glaze. Hopefully, if he pulls out a very fast lap, as he is only 2/10 slower than Berkey, sitting in pole position. Looking a little sloppy here, but it doesn't matter yet. This isn't his hot lap. This is just in preparation, going through the motions for what will be maybe his last lap of this qualifying session. So you know what? Let's just listen to the soothing ASMR sounds of an F1 car on a hot lap. We were on board for pole position lap. What an absolute monster. No, Berkey. We were doing a quick little Sparkashira glaze ASMR silent fridge. You know, believe it or not, a silent fridge. For what has been a good luck charm because he has now qualified pole position here at Azerbaijan in Baku, or on the Baku racetrack. What an absolute animal. Shawarma, no, you absolute bellend. I was just with my best friends for the Super Bowl. Even though one of them flaked, I wonder if he's still in the chat, but absolute flaker. He said, "Oh, I have a family thing to go to instead of be with my absolute best buds." Yeah, fuck you, pal. I'm just kidding. All love, but yeah. So I actually in 2 weeks is when I am actually doing my true travel. I'm going to Boston with my girlfriend for sightseeing, essentially. Just, take some vacation time, have some fun. Her best friend is in Boston, or like the Boston area, and so it'll be cool for her to see her again, as she hasn't seen her in a very long time. As we see a Turbo Chicken entering the pits, this is a very you can push very hard into this pit entry, but it is very risky as you can take a lot of damage. So what we are seeing at the moment is Sparkashira in pole position, the Berkey. He flaked the stream too. He gone. I'm telling you, man is a professional flaker. All he knows is how to flake. But hey, it's okay. We still love him. He has clown feet, so he's really losing in life, isn't he? But that is okay. Who am I rooting for? I have to root for my sugar daddy Sparkashira. He pays me. He pays me to commentate. I have to go for him. But he has had a little bit of bottle jobs in the past. He has struggled. So, hope to maybe see him pull out a little more of a consistent race pace and a lot less mistakes here at Baku, because you ram into a wall here, you're absolutely fucked. And you know what I just realized? I have not changed the name to my stream. I need to do that real fast. I'm gonna have to do that for the VOD too. I completely forgot about this in Stream Manager. I just finished streaming for a league where they asked me to stream onto their channel instead of my own, which, fine, whatever. They're also paying me, but like, come on, guys. Give me a little bit of freedom here. Let me do what I want. So this is not Abraxas. This is actually PTRL Week 9, or they call it round here. So round 9, at Baku commentary. That should be good. Oopsies, forgot to do that again. How's the song go? Isn't there a Britney Spears song where it's like, "Oops, I did it again," something like that? I don't know. Not my kind of music. I wouldn't have forgot. You know what you did forget? You forgot how to zip up your pants or something. I don't know, man. You're an idiot. I don't want to hear it. Mod me and I do it for you. Get out of here, bum. Oh, we're letting somebody through. It is a Haas. No, it is not this Haas. But Chronico will be finishing his hot lap. Can he improve? 141.1 was his original fastest lap. Can he improve on that? It seems like he may. It's a little hard to tell here, but I think he can improve here. Oh, getting a little bit out of the way of an Alpine car. No, he will not be improving. There was an Alpine behind him, getting a little bit of a slipstream, and it was David. Oh no, Dawood Amariki. Maybe a distant cousin or distant relative of Rafiki from The Lion King. I don't know. But now the top 4 here in qualifying on their out laps, maybe pushing for a faster lap, as we have this Aston Martin Primitive letting a Haas go. No idea who it is. Just making sure I'm not missing anything on the Discord. No important messages. It does not seem like. What is this? Why do I have a ping? My mouse dead? No. I just turned it off. Where's this ping? Nothing. Okay, we're good. We are good to continue. Nothing too shocking. EV actually pulling a little more weight as he is in 5th here in qualifying. Hopefully he makes good on this qualifying position and does well in the race, because again, this isn't just about being fast on the track. This is more so about... God, why am I getting an important ping, brother? I can't be doing this. I'm commentating. This guy knows I'm commentating. Why is he pinging me like he's dying? Oh my lord. Oh man, who could be pinking you? What a bum props! You're an absolute idiot. There's no way this is what you're doing for a bit. This is a joke you're pulling. What a bum! What an absolute bum! Sorry, Bricky. Sorry to have yelled. Hopefully I didn't distract you, but like, what are we doing, shawarma? Go back to eating your gyros. Actually, that's Mediterranean food. That's not very Muslim. Go back to not eating pork. Go back to not eating or not drinking alcohol. I don't know. I don't know, man. How about going back on your Hajj to Mecca to see the what's it called? The black stone, that big black block. What is that called? It's very like Minecraft-esque. So how about you focus on that? I'm just kidding. That's some very casual racism there. Let's dial it back a little bit. Even though Shawarma's okay with it. Um, yeah, nothing too shocking from this qualifying session at the moment. We are seeing common names. Oh man. Yeah, we are seeing some common names here up at the top. Maybe Big Baby. I can't remember. Does he typically qualify better than this? As we will now see people coming across the line for their final hot laps of this session. Let me see through the past race results to maybe see. So like last qualifying we had Eric of Aston Martin. Yep, that is J Vacations. Yep, he's normal. He's a Ferrari. I think that's Julius Caesar. No, everything seems to be pretty standard as far as qualifying goes. Oh my God, H&N race is gonna be a Baku, dude. I can't tell you. So I just finished commentating Spa, and I swear I commentated Spa for another league just before that one. So now what? I'm hitting and Zandvoort. I had done Zandvoort, then Zandvoort, and now we're Spa, and now what? We're Baku. I mean, come on, guys, give me a break. Give me a break. Give me some variety. It's like I'm going to a no, buffet's a horrible example. It's like I'm going. Dude, I don't even know, man. I don't even know where do you go? Yeah, copy paste calendars. Where do you go to like eat some food where it's like, oh, there should be variety? But you know what it is? College dining halls. You would expect there to be variety. They change up their menu every day, and you expect there to be any kind of variety, and guess what? There never is. It's always the same shit because half of it is inedible and the other half is like somewhat good, and then there's that like 1% of food that is actually very, very good. And those are the days whenever they have it out that you see absolutely everybody, their grandmother, their mother, their distant cousin, their incestual cousin, all eating at the dining hall, and so there's very little left for you. But hey, that's how it goes. It's a mixed bag. I am speaking from experience. I know this firsthand! But it's okay. It is okay. It'll be fine. J Vacations is faster than Sparkashira. Taking pole. I don't know how I didn't realize that sooner. He is faster than Sparkashira. Sparkashira only getting second place instead of pole position. Absolutely criminal. But it shall be okay because most of this race is down to consistency and not crashing into any walls to receive any sort of unnecessary damage. Spark just sent it into turn one. It's whatever. Oh my lord. Let's not do that. Let's have a clean turn one. This is a ruthless turn one though, so who knows? Sorry, just reading through some important messages. As long as you don't pull a Hamilton lockup, it's chill. This is just a quick remission for me to also catch up on some messages, as I am now a league runner. I am a league creator. I have some important stuff to be looking at. What is Shawarma messaging me for? Nothing. I already looked at it. He's not sending anything important. What a bum. They are not very important messages, broski. I literally looked at them. There's nothing there. You bum. I have my phone. I don't have to click off. We do have another minute and a half before this race begins. If I do remember correctly, they do not do formation laps. So as soon as the timer is over, we are going. We are good to go. Whoa! You'll bomb my house. Hold on. Settle down, pal. Let's not do that. I'm not there. So that would be all, just demolishing my childhood home. Why would you ever do that, man? That's pretty fucked up. If you were a mod, he could ban this guy for you. Believe it or not, this Shawarma kid, he's one of my biggest fans. It doesn't seem like it, but he is one of my biggest glazers. Secretly loves the threads. Hey, yo! Alright, we are now 15, nope, 16, 15, yep, 15 seconds away from race start. So go ahead, buckle in, get ready, because I don't know if it'll be exciting because of the racecraft, but it'll be exciting because of the absolute insane um, shenanigans that always happen at Baku. So we should see everybody start to ready up, and then we will have another 30 seconds to wait. Um, oh, there is a formation lap. I lied. I did not get it right. I lied. My bad. My bad. Sorry, I just have some slightly important messages to go through with some of my other admins. All right, that is enough. I need to focus on the race now. That has been enough silence for you guys. Activate the backpack. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? All right, we should be starting here shortly. There has been some people that have been disconnected. Did he just hit the wall? Bruh. But all right. Our starting grid will look like J Vacations, Sparkashira in the front row, Berkey Natural immediately behind them, Turbo Chicken, your World Driver Championship leader at the moment, starting in 5th place, but maybe he's feeling ready to survive in what is the concrete jungle of Azerbaijan, Baku. Um, I can't really say I'm excited. I'm actually more concerned. I'm fearful for what this race has in store for us. It is a very late night for me. It's gonna be a long night, I think. I wonder how many of these 20 drivers, this full grid, will actually be able to finish this race. How many DNFs will we see, especially with what is turn 1? I might even have to go into first person mode here on their cameras, or on these overheads, to fully appreciate what is the start of the race, as several people, the vast majority of drivers, starting on the mediums. So we shall see here very, very shortly. Oh, excuse me. As the grid reforms, what will we see here? And we are off. Race start. Insane start here by Turbo Chicken. Very, very strong start. What shall we see here? Will we see any sort of collisions? No, we will not. Everybody getting through cleanly. Let's go, boys. But now we have turn 2 to make it through. Clean, clean, clean. No, we are not. There is crash. There is a crash in the back of the field. There's somebody sideways. Somebody has died. There is no way people have not died. This is to be expected. People get... Oh, there's a safety car. There's no way there isn't. Let's see if I can catch one of the boards up on the walls. Stag GT now ignoring a yellow flag. Several people receiving 10-second penalties for ignoring a yellow flag. That is very unfortunate. We are definitely under safety car. We have had a significant amount of collisions near the back of the field. Very unfortunate to see. Some people... Wait, people have not DNF'd? How are they not DNF'd? There was somebody straight sideways on the wall. How were they alive? Oh my lord. Everybody making it through turn 1, but turn 2 absolutely demolishing the rest of the field. Is damage on? There's no way damage isn't on, as we see Big Baby. I think that that might have been one of the people who got disconnected. Oh no, there's definitely damage on. I see this Racing Bull with severe front wing damage. As you can see here in a second, he has severe wing damage on that left side. Oof. It's going to be tough for him. He has to pit. He has to pit in such a tight technical track as Baku. You get no leeway as far as front wing damage. If anybody could Big Baby, I'll see if I can get him invited. So since I have the safety car to work with. Do I have him as a friend? Yes, I do. I sent him an invite. Sent at Big Baby. Alright, well, we are all under safety car. There won't be much to go to do here until the race resumes. Alright. Yeah, I mean, what are we to do? How many laps of safety car will we have? We are already off to what was a very short flash of excitement with collisions going on, but now settle back down as we are under safety car. Very little to do here and now. I mean... Aw, dude, that sucks for you, Big Baby. I can try to send you another one. I know this game fucking blows half the time. It's just dude, it's such a hard thing to mess with, but it is what it is. Hopefully you can get back in. Honestly, if you survive in this race, you can very well make up a lot of positions. So hopefully you can get back in. Little bro is ignoring me. Of course I am, Shawarma. You're just sitting there trying to yap at me. I have a job to do. I'm just messing with you, man. Well, okay, have you ever heard the story of the boy who cried important messages? Because, so the way it goes is, there was this guy, you know, shall go nameless. Maybe, you know, we can call him Shawarma. It wasn't Shawarma, but maybe we can call him Shawarma. And he said, he pinged, Fridge Gamer, important message, my mom is dying, my dad is dying, I'm dying. So I was like, oh shit, oh fuck, man. holy shit, he's dying. This is important. So I go to look at his messages. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So I'm like, you know what? Fool me once, shame on you. All right, whatever. He does it again. He's like, ah, the world is ending. I have something stuck up my urethra. Ah. And so I'm like, oh my god, maybe this time he's telling the truth. Fool me twice, shame on me. And then what was it that who was it? Was it J. Cole? Yes, it was J. Cole. He was like, fool me once, shame on. Oh no, it was a clip of George W. Bush, I think, or George H.W. Bush. I think it was W. Bush, where he was like, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, or no, fuck. Shame. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times. There won't be a 3rd time, or something like that. I forgot what he said. Dustin, what's up, my man? I was running 5th in my race before EA decided to be shit. Did it disconnect you, or what happened? Hey, I have early onset dementia. Okay. I don't know. Nah, I probably don't. I just have very short-term memory problems. But Dustin, horrible to see that. I am getting glazed currently by the one of the admins of the league that I just finished commentating for. So very awesome to see. Oh, they love it. They absolutely love the commentary. If anything, back in my days, Mr. President George. No, I never said that. I never said that. Oh man, whatever, shawarma. Don't you have like homework to be doing, pal? Don't you have like pre-algebra to be working on, you bozo? Your controller lost all feedback, so I couldn't brake properly and died. Unfortunate. Some would say that's a skill issue, though. Just saying. Some would say that that is a skill issue. But yeah, how many more laps of this gosh diddly darn safety car will we have? I want to see racing. I want to see fast cars going crash into Baku. I just heard one of the most abominable things I could possibly have ever heard. So, those of you switch lobby to Mario Kart. Hey, maybe that would be a little more exciting currently. But so, race is restarting. Safety car is coming in. We're gonna have to go back through turn 1 with a lot of traffic. I am not excited. So, really quick, what kind of tires are we looking at? Several people up near the front. Not having pitted, so everybody holding positions as it stands right now. What will we have here? Heading to turn 1. Can we keep it clean for the 2nd time in a row? Please, please, please. Clean racing here. So far, so good. But as we saw last time, there is stuff going on in the back of the field for turn 2 already. I hate to be switching so much as this is such a congested track. But, oh no, we're good. Everybody's seemingly up to par at the moment. I mean, look at this congestion. Absolutely ridiculous. Oh my god. Oh, he's dead! He's dead! We have seen a murder! Primitive is done for. He can recover, but dude, did you see his front wing rip off? He is as good as dead in this race unless more people do the same. More people murder each other into the wall. RIP. EV making a move on Elite Ninja into this braking zone. He makes it work. Can he hold? Can he not destroy himself? He has done just enough to gain a position in what is a not typical overtaking part of the track, rounding through the castle section, exiting, and making up ground on, or no, losing ground, it seems like, on the driver up ahead, as the Pickle Tickle also getting a position. I just moved in the wrong direction. But leading right now is J Vacations. J Vacations is something. I almost choked on my own spit. J Vacations messing up somewhere, losing significant amount of time. Now Berkey ahead with Sparkashira chasing very, very furiously. You took my pole position away. I want it back. I want to win this race. He is making up a lot of ground on the cars ahead. this is already exciting. So far, we have not seen any kind of DNFs, which is more than surprising. Let me tell you what, I fully expected at least 1 or 2 people to have been dead by now. Absolute roadkill. Chronico making up 2 moves on too slow and too angry, moving back up on too slow, seemingly too slow, but no, too angry. There's so much twos. Too slow, too angry, too slow, too angry. There is a lot of twos being said, none of them too fast to make any sort of stick. Any move stick. Turbo Chicken stuck in 6th place, our World Driver Championship leader. Kind of behind in these positions on the grid, as the front of the grid is slowly dispersing and spreading out and leaving the rest of the field in the dust, as we have J Vacations 4 to 3/10 to catching up to the Berkey up ahead. Bro hasn't realized, well, there's Primitive with the DNF, very likely in the pits. Is there another fucking safety car? It was not done in the pits. Dude, are we shitting me? Are you shitting me? It is a full-on safety car. Well, guys, we will have yet another set of minutes of me continuing to lose sleep, watching cars go very, very slow in what is kind of rectangle shape is what Baku looks like. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy just watching cars go very slow around a track. Talk about my strategy facts, broski. How about this? How about we talk about aerodynamic facts? Because I know how to do that. Hold on. I'm getting important messages from the league owner from the last race, just confirming that I can continue to commentate. Okay, so I will have another job. Seeing several amount of drivers switching onto different tires. So 5.0 the standard here, or like 4.11 if you're buns, maybe like 4.0 or 3.0 as well, wings. That makes sense. So talking about the aerodynamics of it, Shawarma, we can work in conjunction here. So speaking about the wing setup, so 4 being the front wing angle, so a higher number being more downforce. So you're slower, but more downforce, meaning you can turn faster. And then having a front wing bias is very common for oversteer, especially in this game, as that is kind of the meta. So having more downforce on the front lets you really snap and kind of hold that kind of front steering. And it lets you really be aggressive on the initial turn and sustained cornering from the front itself. Having less in the rear allows the rear to kind of glide, kind of have that kind of like hula motion of the waves, nice and smooth, kind of snapping out and not having as much grip, so that you can just kind of send the track in, or send the car around those corners. Exactly. So you don't typically see more wing angle in the rears as opposed to the fronts, unless you're running a more understeer setup, which, you know, I don't, you know, there's definitely some people in real life who maybe would use that, but at the same time, the rear wing is such a bigger control surface as opposed to the front wing, to where I honestly don't feel like it's too necessary to have what would be a high rear wing to front wing ratio. And as soon as you say that, I know a guy who apparently runs 3.5 wings at Spa, so he's not very fast. So I wonder what he's thinking there. But yeah. Sorry, I'm just getting... This league owner is really talking to me right now, and I kind of do need to get some of this taken care of before I go to sleep. Using big words is not important. Look, man, it's what I studied. I feel a little bit of I feel a little bit passionate about aerodynamics. Leave me alone. The guys on the guys that pitted to hard under safety car are going to struggle at the end if they want a one stop. Yeah, so let's go ahead and take a look at that while we have the time. So the front runners right now maintaining, holding onto their tires, which is very smart. This makes their one stop a lot easier as they're having significantly less tire wear under these safety car conditions. We have the Berkey switching onto the hards already. Is he maybe considering doing what is a one stop during regular racing, two stop across the entire race? So maybe switching onto softs near the very end where people are going to have much more wasted tires. I don't know. They're going to have to go around like 4 laps after safety car restart. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know really what Berkey's thinking here. Yeah, then it should fall off, quite possibly. But at the same time, it'll drop off for the rest of them. Turbo Chicken does have the advantage here as he did start on hards, anticipating the safety cars, so he can really drag these hards out for a very long time, maybe making it possible for him to make use of the softs. A lot of people experienced in this game know that the softs are pretty shit as far as stints when it comes to 50% races. How is there an overtake? Uh, you know, unless there's like very special circumstance, such as safety car restarts. Yeah, he could do the hard soft. I'm curious to know if that's what he's considering, because it's not viable unless the softs are only being used for like 4 to 5 laps max. We will now be returning to race pace here momentarily as the safety car is coming in. We are back underway. Severe collision! J Vacations! He was one of our race leaders! That is race ruining for him as we get back underway. And we are getting the visual bug. It's going to say caution for the entire race. Unfortunate for me. But we see a Haas spin out. It is Max Scavenger losing several positions, going to struggle to recover if he wants to rejoin safely, dropping all the way to the bottom. Maybe he has sustained significant damage. We see Sparkashira qualifying almost pole, not quite, getting it stolen. Now in first place here at race restart, ahead of Turbo Chicken, who has the optimal tire for the moment, because these hards are going to be able to last longer and have more grip currently than the mediums possibly do. He is already fighting it out. Sparkashira already losing out on his positions. He did cut across that chicane. I do wonder if he received a warning for that corner cutting. But at the moment, defending his first place with Turbo Chicken, Bully Caesar, Pickle Tickle, Smiley Face, and the Berkey all in a train fighting it out for positions. We will see quite a lot. Oh, the bug did fix itself. Let's fucking go. Giant Stick receiving a penalty. What is that for? What is that penalty for? 10 seconds. I didn't even get a pop-up for it. But this straight section with no DRS will be very interesting. It'll come down entirely to setup and to the amount of battery saved. Turbo Chicken with significantly more battery saved than Sparkashira. Sparkashira going to have to fight for his right to maintain his position in first place. Very unlikely to do so. But with the help of DRS, if he gets overtaken this lap, he will be able to use it next lap to then maybe... there's no way. Dude, oh my god. Safety car after safety car after safety car. None of it from the front of the field. Absolutely none of it. We are under yet another safety car. I know these guys are going to be feeling just a lot of frustration. They can't get into the rhythm of this race. They're just constantly being stopped by people crashing, essentially. So let's see what these people switch to. The people who had time to pit. Yeah, exactly. The mediums can now pit and finish their one-stop comfortably. And the back of the field with the advantage, since the safety car didn't come out until after the front half of the grid had already passed the pit entry. So, I don't know. This is just going to be a boring race at the moment. Not much action. We have seen some overtakes, but it's just broken up constantly by safety cars. Okay, just some more communicating with some quick little administrative issues. So it looks like my driver's test. Where could you have possibly gone for your driver's test for it to look anything like this? How many people died in your driver's test? What do you mean? What? Were you playing bumper cars during your driver's test? Holy. I'm terrified for you, truly. Alright, just reading up on some of these messages in other leagues, making sure I'm not missing anything. It does not seem to be the case. What is this? Okay, I do need to check in for um, a league that I commentate for on Thursday. Okay, everything should be. I think I'm up to date on everything at the moment. Ferrari strategy, everyone trust. Have they not? Oh my God, the top racers have not pitted, opting to hold out on position. Which, honestly, when you consider that all the extracurricular activities have been happening in the middle of the field or the back, um, maybe they're just hoping to avoid any of those shenanigans and stay out, even if it means allowing those people who have pitted to have the faster tires. They are definitely banking on the fact that they are faster even on worn out tires as compared to the rest of the field. They can't go in mediums again for the people who pit. That may be true, but I mean, you can go onto used tires maybe, especially since they haven't been worn too much. I had to do that in a race, and it paid off massively for me. But it was a very, very, very specific circumstance. I had to pit immediately after lap one. But yeah, this is insane in all the bad ways. This is just dreadful. Just constant safety car, absolutely no chance to get into any sort of rhythm. There have been some positions moved, but again, it's not like you can, start building on that strategy, that long-term kind of chess match between the front runners. Just kind of like, do I overtake him this lap? Do I overtake him here in this corner? Where do I want to overtake him? Where do I want to shoot my first opportunity that I get? I don't know. See, that is the chess match. That is constant evaluating, thinking, plotting, scheming, theorizing, foreshadowing that the drivers do on a second-to-second basis through every single lap, as well as, my tire is wearing. I need to brake X amount of meters faster. I need to start accelerating X amount slower. This, and that. Spark Ashira pitting very late in this safety car. Like pitting under the safety car and then using DRS as soon as you can before the next safety car will work out good. Yeah, I can see that. They are listening. D-Mummy saying he was trying to one-stop but got spawned out with wing damage. Oh, yeah, so you are forced to then pit. Yeah, a lot of this also takes, during all these safety cars, it takes a lot of improvisation, a lot of experience to know what is and is not viable as a change in strategy. Mark, we all know Mark isn't exactly the best resource to listen to in-game. So a lot of these hard decisions to be made in split seconds, you have to be confident in whatever strategy choices you're making. As soon as it goes haywire, as soon as you have to improv, it would be boring if every race there was nothing but just everybody does their one stop, they all pit at the same time. So strategy is a very, very important part of racing, especially here in Formula 1 and on equal performance. Perfect job, Spark. Optimal laps left for the hards. Beautiful. Yes, yes, yes. Where is Mr. Spark Ashira? 0 laps. Yes, he should be able to really make those hard tires look very, very good, as the rest of the field will have to pit at some point. Yeah, they're going to suck at the start, especially with the safety car restart. It is so difficult to get those hards even up to temperature at all to begin with, and now under safety car restart, he's going to be slipping and sliding just a little bit in some of these tight turns. But if he manages it and can gain positions while the top of the field is going to have to pit once again, he can very well make up a lot of time. This may be a blessing in disguise for Mr. Spark Ashira. Just doing some last minute checking up on some info for me. When you're involved in so many leagues, you have to stay on top of things, especially now that I am running my own. Okay, sorry. We're just working on some availability for some drop-in races. A little unprofessional, I know, but I mean, with this many safety cars, there's only so much to do. Stag GT colliding under safety car now with 10-second penalty. Stag GT, come on, man. Goddamn, Lance Stroll in the back. All right, everybody, if you're a gambling man, are we safety car in this lap or next lap? Stag GT, yeah, another 10-second penalty? There is no way. He's up to 30! Evo! Chronicle with drive-through penalties. Giant Stick with 10 seconds. Oh, these guys are going to be furious. I know they are. Oh, no. Position changes. We're looking at Chronicle up 6. Max Scavenger up 8. But, again, this isn't true race positions at the moment because people have pitted. Some have not. So, there is yet a lot to see in this race. Oh, man. Dude, I don't know what to do. This is going to be such a long race if we keep having these kind of shenanigans going on. Safety car in this lap, maybe, hopefully. Okay, safety car in this lap. Thank the Lord Jesus. Alright, I just need to wrap up checking some things. So... okay. We should be good. So, safety car coming in this lap. We will be race restart with everybody bunched up again. So, we're going to have to get through the first couple of turns safely for what is, you know, at least the third time. At least the third time. We're halfway there. Just like 3 more safety cars to go. So what you mean to tell me is through 12, not even 12 laps, through what was like 4 laps of actual racing, we had 3 safety cars come out? I mean, come on. All right, we are restarting. Somebody hopping into the pits, yes, to drive the drive-through penalty as soon as possible. The Berkey running almost a little wide. Seemingly everything going off very well at this race restart. Nothing too crazy happening so far, but the collisions have been happening in the back of the field. Let me just keep an eye on the back of the field, making sure we... oh my God! Again! Again! Is there a safety car? Please tell me there's not a safety car. I don't think there is. So far there isn't, but if they can get moving quickly enough, we should be okay. No more safety car. Please. Please. Oh, I think we're fine. No, please, no. No safety car yet. There's just a yellow flag. We are okay. God, dude. Oh my good Lord Jesus. Ooh, Bully Caesar kind of blocking off the Berkey. Very well within his right to do so. But, you know, some hard-nosed defending going on there. Bully Caesar, now the leading Ferrari. Dude, stressful, yes, you're 100% right. I'm stressed and I'm not even racing. I cannot even begin to imagine the amount of stress that these racers are feeling, especially near the top of the field, and especially Spark Hashira, knowing that he has to gain positions on drivers ahead of him who are slower than him to make his strategy pay off, as the rest of these drivers are on older tires, as you can see here. Turbo Chicken and Bully Caesar, it says 12 laps. See, really, it'd be like 4 or 5 lap wear of degradation on those tires. Berkey making a move on Bully Caesar. He is up ahead. Maybe a bit of a setup issue. Maybe the Berkey just not able to hit those apexes as well as the Berkey. Bully Caesar is on the medium tires, which is about at that crossover point based on, or also taking into consideration the safety car restarts, as several people are making position changes in the middle of the field. Berkey falling far behind of Turbo Chicken. Turbo Chicken seemingly kind of running away with it right now, even on those very old hard tires. Spark might have damage because he's in the back. Let's hope not. He seems to be okay. He seems to be okay so far. Nope, he looks to have I don't think he's taking damage, but come on! Hashira! Keep it clean! The top three now almost falling out of DRS range, but Smiley Face is sticking close to Bully Caesar as best he can. Bully Caesar too slow to really hold up to the Berkey up ahead. You cursed it? Yeah, you did, not me. I don't want to take the blame for that. Dawood Amariki moving up ahead of the Pickle Tickle. Maybe Pickle Tickle kind of getting a bad exit out of the turn as he has already lost a significant amount of time to Dawood Amariki. Oh, Smiley Face. Smiley Face is chasing his ass. He's right up on him. He can smell it. There is some bumping. Pushing Bully Caesar a little bit into the wall, but hopefully no damage taken. It does not seem like, just a little bit of hard-nosed bumper cars. It is very easy to do so here with a lot of difficult braking zones to manage. You brake just a second too late and you are sending somebody into the wall. But so far, so good. We will have some DRS. Giant Stick making a move maybe through this DRS. Oh my lord. Turbo Chicken now the fastest man on track. Natural making a move on a Giant Stick with the help of DRS. So is Smiley Face making a move into this turn one. Him making it stick, as it is very difficult to defend into that turn one and can be nigh suicidal, truthfully. Smiley Face now more than 3.5 seconds behind the Berkey. Berkey in second, very far behind of Turbo Chicken, as the Natural has now made a move up ahead of Bully Caesar on the fresher hard tires. Those mediums of Bully Caesar are definitely going to start feeling the tire wear. Yes, of course Unk is tired. It's past his bedtime. It's 11 p.m. I'm just kidding. I don't go to sleep until like midnight or 1 a.m. anyways. But I'm not as this amped up. I'm not as excited. I'm not as active as I am now. Usually, you know, I just like to sit on my phone and do nothing. As Giant Stick now ahead of Bully Caesar. Bully Caesar is dropping like a dead rock who just had a seizure and has stopped breathing in a ocean when the rock doesn't know how to swim. As he's down another position. He got a negative. He had to have lost some control there. But the Natural, you know, most of these battles, I need to stick back here. Most of these battles are happening in this middle of the field, as Sparkashira is now in 8th, making up time on the people up ahead. He has this in the bag. There are yellow flags. Sparkashira within 3/10 of Pickle Tickle up ahead in the Alpine on the fresher hard tires. And is the faster car, as he qualified second. EV has retired from the session. On track, though. He has retired on track. Is that a collision DNF, or is that just him being frustrated? Hopefully it gets cleared up and no safety car. There is not. We are okay to go. Continue full race pace. J Vacations up ahead of Bully Caesar. Bully Caesar continuing to drop positions as Spark Hashira going up ahead of the Alpine, who is now going into the pits. Now D-Mummy immediately behind him, fighting for position as Pickle Tickle has gone into the pits already. Did Pickle Tickle have damage? Probably, if he's already pitting. The Natural in 4th place, hoping to make a move into the podium on a Smiley Face. These people have some very old tires and will need to pit as soon as possible. Bro, trusting my strategy? He is. And look, it's working! It is working for him. Everybody up ahead of him will have to pit, and he does not. He is essentially on fresh tires and will only need to make him last another 11 laps. And that is also barring any sort of future safety cars, as J Vacations has retired. One of the faster racers, one of the faster drivers in this league. Now, DNFing here at Baku. No safety car brought out. All good, it seems like. Unfortunate, man. Oh my god. Oh, I have so many burps coming out too. I'm sleepy. I'm burping. What's next? I start shitting my pants? I hope not. For my own sake. I hope not. Oh my god. But again, or not again, but we can see now that everybody's kind of separating. Race pace is being very different. The race consistency is being very different. Turbo gonna start struggling before lap 21. Of course he is. He hasn't pit yet. He needs to pit soon. Oh my god. probably going to move to the softs. You know what? I do fully expect that. The Natural with DRS on Smiley Face with the better tires. Now making that overtake look very easy as he reaches 346 kilometers an hour. Very, very rapid. Berkey, did he pit? Berkey, has he pit? This is a very good question. Berkey has, oh my god. Berkey has pit. So those 11 laps may only actually be 6 to 7. 6, 7, 6, 7 race laps. So he could, Berkey might be the favorite here. Berkey might be the favorite if he can hold on to what is Sparkashira hunting down very rapidly from the back. You know, Berkey could have a race win here. Berkey could further catapult the Kick Sauber team into having more points. But the issue is, 2 Racing Bulls are near the top of the grid, as it is Turbo Chicken and the Natural up in 1st and 4th place. That will outweigh any points that Berkey can get because his teammate has DNF'd. It is a one-man show for the Kick Sauber at the moment. Natural is going to be his competition. Of course it is. They are on the same tire. Even though he is 6 seconds slower at the moment, the Natural is the other driver fighting for Berkey's position. And not just that, but for 1st place. I think right now my current favorites for this is Sparkashira, the Natural, and the Berkey. Turbo Chicken is going to have to make those softs look like miracle tires. Because if he's pushing onto those softs, I mean, he's going to have to be the fastest man in the universe to make up that time. Yeah, at the end of the race, it'll all come down to how much time they have gained or lost on these current stints. Because once they enter that pit, there is nothing they can do but wait and watch as the tires are being applied and the drivers on the grid start catching up to them as they are in the pits. But yeah, there is Sparkashira in 6th, getting very close to David Amariki. The Wood Amariki up ahead of him. He will have the better tires very likely on Dawood Amariki. And if not, he has the better pace. He has the faster race pace as he is making his move up ahead of him, going into this tight left turn, and has made it stick. He is now in 5th place, hunting, chasing down the rest of the grid up ahead of him as he is 3.5 seconds behind of Smiley Face, who is on very, very old medium tires. He is definitely going to be struggling to make any sort of headway in this race. He has to do more work than Berkey and the Natural. He does have to do more work. But the thing is, he has the best tires at the moment by a considerable margin for anyone in this position. So if he can, he's catching so significantly fast. He's already 2.5 seconds instead of over 3.5 seconds. There are some battles going on in the middle here. Let me see if I can capture a little bit of this, as it is Julius Caesar. Let's get these tires off the screen so we have more view of these cars. Yeah, at the moment, really, the only one within striking distance of the car ahead of him, as Sparkashira has plenty of time to make up, as he has already made up another second in this amount of time that I've chosen to stay back. Sparkashira now within a 1.5 seconds. Turbo Chicken choosing to pit now. He has made a decision. This is his time to shine. What will he be switching onto? This is very crucial. The Natural also pitting? What are we doing? No! He has sold his chances. The Berkey now, all he has to do is maintain those tires. He is in every bit of a position to oh, what have we done? What have we done? Look, if he proves me wrong, he proves me wrong, but what have we done? As we see Julius Caesar, the Sparkashira Ferrari teammate, making a move on Max Scavenger on this very long straight with the help of DRS, reaching 350 kilometers an hour at his peak. Now ahead of Max Scavenger in 9th place. Running a little wide, but that is A-okay. He has made his move. That might mean Berkey could be struggling. Maybe. I mean, I don't know though. 13 laps, quite a lot of them under safety car. To be struggling is hard to imagine. There's no way, unless they are using some very aggressive setups that really shred tires. And they just anticipated that there would be a lot of safety cars, which, you know, they'd be right. But there haven't been that many more since the beginning, as we have 4 DNFs. But Sparkashira now 10 seconds behind on what is essentially half as old tires than Berkey. So he has 10.5 seconds to make up in what is 8 laps. Turbo Chicken very close to Dawood Amariki up ahead on older medium tires. Yeah, Spark's job right now is to be laser focused on being as fast as possible. Turbo Chicken right now getting held up by this Alpine. Alpine defending very strong into these fast S's. But on this straight, this DRS that Turbo Chicken will receive does benefit him greatly in gaining time on Dawood Amariki up ahead, or not Dawood, but Spark Ashira up ahead of him, as Spark Ashira does not have DRS at the moment. But that is a one-time thing. Turbo Chicken now will not have any DRS for the rest of the time that he is chasing down Spark Ashira up ahead of him. This is beneficial actually to Dawood Amariki to gain time up ahead of the natural. So if he can manage his tires and use the DRS, he's already at a DRS. He's already at a DRS, but not good. Turbo right behind on fresh mediums. Exactly. Spark Ashira is going to have to catch up to Berkey while at the same time getting distance on Turbo Chicken, who is already catching up Spark Ashira. This isn't a bottle job, but this is a stressful potential good strategy, just not maximized, you know? Exactly. This is a pure battle. This is purely down to their race pace. Who can hit their apexes better, who can maintain speed better, who can maintain their tires better, and who has the better, faster setup in this specific scenario. Tough to tell, but Turbo Chicken is catching up rapidly to Spark Ashira. Spark Ashira is catching up to Berkey, but that is slowly. So we may see a Berkey Turbo Chicken final race battle to seal the deal for first place. Yeah, I mean, the gap's gone. Gap's gone. Turbo Chicken's already almost on his tails. He can sniff the sweat. He can smell his farts. He can even see what size pants he's wearing. Absolutely insane. He is right on his ass. Sparkashir is done for. There's nothing he can do. He won't have the DRS here to help him, but I mean, without the help of DRS, he has caught up this rapidly. Spark Ashira struggling. You know, best he can do at this point is most likely finish P3. Turbo. Oh my God! Imagine you yourself right now. You are Spark Ashira, okay? You're chasing down the guy ahead of you ever so slowly as the natural moving up ahead of Dawood Amariki, who is now pitting on very. Yeah, he's coming off of very old mediums. Makes sense. So imagine Spark Ashira. You are catching the guy ahead of you, but the guy behind you has just pitted and is on the freshest tires imaginable. And he is hunting you down. What do? You shit your fucking pants. You're like, holy Christ, I'm cooked. There's nothing I can do. No matter how fast I go, he's going to have the advantage on me. So this comes down to pure defense. How well can Sparkashira defend and not even just prevent him from overtaking him, because it's inevitable down the straight, almost inevitable, as we see yet another DNF. But it's, it's how well can you stick with him to then retake that position on the next lap. It's going to be hopefully alternating. Only safety car can save him, low key. It's not even low key. It is the only thing that can save him. He has already lost his position. But what this means, if he can stay behind Turbo Chicken close enough into the DRS straight, maybe this is too early for Turbo Chicken. Maybe he has gambled a little too much too soon, as Spark Ashira can get DRS advantage on Turbo Chicken and possibly even retake the position and further slow him down for the rest of the lap. No, Spark Ashira not fast enough. He has fallen out of DRS and has fallen quite safely into P3. Unfortunate for him. Wait, no, he didn't get it. But he's catching up very quickly here as he has dumped his battery. I mean, there was nothing he could do but try and get that DRS and just not quite getting it. Unfortunate. That was make or break for him. Get the DRS, but he can maybe get the DRS for that sector 1 straight if he can really push these corners, but it doesn't seem to be the case. He is on older hards. They're just not going to be as good as these well-worn in, warmed up mediums. As we see Bully Caesar fighting with Dawood Amariki, making up the position on him through the straight. Going into turn 1, then turn 2. He has gained a position, is now in 8th place. It is looking like a very good race for Racing Bulls and the Ferrari teams. Red Bull hoping to forget this race in the soon future as they are finishing last with 5 DNFs ahead of them. You know, maybe happy to finish at all, but you know, just not the kind of result that you want to see. Not at all the kind of result you want to see. Oh, fuck. Good shit, Shawarma. Good shit. But, yeah, right now, not much of anything going on. Everybody kind of settled into their positions, unless, you know, somebody absolutely fucks it and dies. I mean, there shouldn't be much of a shakeup here, aside from Dawood Amariki and Bully Caesar fighting with the help of DRS trades. But who is that car up ahead? Is that a back marker? Have we caught up to a back marker? No, Dawood Amariki. Or no, hold on. No, they're just getting very, very close to the Pickle Tickle here. We may see a 3-car DRS train form here soon enough, with Bully Caesar close to getting into the DRS range of Pickle Tickle, and then Dawood Amariki in tow immediately behind him. Giant Stick also now catching up. We may see 4 cars this late forming a DRS train and fighting for you know, what would be 8th place at best, with Dawood Amariki on the freshest medium tires, but really struggling to make use of them with the hard tires he is surrounded with. Too slow. Yep, he's a little too slow. He's in 12th and on soft tires and very far behind, as the Bully Caesar has slipped up and lost the DRS on the Pickle Tickle. The other 2 cars behind him looking to pounce and make use of his mistake to gain positions and maybe further their race, and gain even more positions. I'm starting to feel a little bit of that sleep, you know, that deprivation. I'm starting to feel my brain kind of turn a little fuzzy, but it's okay. It is okay. Dawood Amariki. Yep, guys, the 2 Red Bulls at the back, maybe, I think they do give fastest lap points here, and so that seems to be what they're trying, is they're very close together, very likely trying to give themselves a little bit of that slipstream. Or no, they're not close together at all. That's interval. They're very far apart from each other. As we have a 3-car DRS train, not quite enough for a 4-car, as Bully Caesar struggling to catch up to the Pickle Tickle up ahead of him. Dawood closing. He is smelling his farts, really sending it into these turns, preserving as much speed as he can to stay as close as possible to Bully Caesar's rear end. Really looking for just a small grab, just a little bit of a squeeze on that ass of Bully Caesar, losing quite a lot of time in these S's. Very similar battery amount of battery saved, but with DRS, can he make up? No, that is 7/10 that he'd have to make up, and I really don't think he is capable. All of these drivers very low on their battery, except for Pickle Tickle. Pickle Tickle managing his battery very, very well. Could be the exact specific reason why he is able to oh my god, Turbo Chicken almost within a second of the Berkey. Oh my god, as soon as you said hold up, I looked at what I could be missing. Dawood Amariki! Dawood Amariki! No, he will not. Oh my god. Oh my... Wait, how? How has he gained 3/10 in a blink of an eye? He is within DRS range. This is exciting. Turbo Chicken now fighting. Berkey struggling. Dude, I think I can call it now. There's no way the Berkey will finish second. There's no chance. There's absolutely no chance that these 18-lap-old hard tires can make it to the very end. 4 cars doing the 1-stops. Only 3 of them really making them work, as one of them is an 8th. Or no, yeah, 3 of them. And then it's the other top 3. So 3 out of the 4 1-stop strategies will be finishing on podium. That speaks volumes about it. But Berkey, not much he can do. He is out of battery. Turbo Chicken gaining on him, breaking that slipstream, doing a very good job of defending, but it is almost inevitable. Call him Thanos, call him the decay of the universe, call him the expansion of the universe. They are all inevitable. Absolutely inevitable. There is only so much that the Berkey can do to keep Turbo Chicken at bay, as he can, in some of these DRS straights, just hold and harvest his battery. Turbo Chicken now ahead. Can he keep it clean with 2 laps to go? 1.5, 1 3/4, if you want to call it. Going a little long, a little bit of a switchback from the Berkey to get that better traction zone, better exit, but only good enough to remain very, very close to him on these very old hard tires, which in itself is very, very impressive. Oh my god, imagine they kill each other and Sparky wins. I'm biased. I will admit it. If that happens, I will cry. I will cry absolute tears of joy. If Spark Kashira somehow comes away with a victory here, I will kiss him on the lips. There is no way. Berkey out of DRS range. It may be over, folks. It may be absolutely over. Ladies and gentlemen, we may have Turbo Chicken running away with another race win for the Racing Bulls. They want those points. They want to get ahead of Kick in the Constructors' Championship. Turbo Chicken, the World Drivers leader. I mean, being the absolute best teammate by just winning races, that is the absolute best he can do. Ferrari fumble in the back. Oh my god, Bullius, what are we doing? No! The only points coming to Ferrari may be from Spark Kashira in third place. He is getting caught up a little bit by the Natural, who is on the fresher hards, but there is only one lap to go. He should be able to defend that very, very well. Oh, it's already 2 seconds. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a Turbo Chicken win. There's no chance that it isn't. Nah, I think Sparkashire is fine. As long as he doesn't do anything stupid, he is perfectly fine. I don't believe in commentators' curses. They don't exist. It's just a recency bias. It's heuristic bias. It's one of the statistical biases. But, no, he should be perfectly fine. He should be absolutely perfectly fine. But we will have Mr. Turbo Chicken here in the Racing Bull, V-Carb, winning this race, barring any kind of ridiculous circumstances. Giant Stick is within DRS range of the Pickle Tickle here in the ending stretch of this race. Yeah, Turbo with the absolutely insane overcut. It's crazy. It's so crazy. And making it work. I mean, it's one of those things. You see a crazy strategy, and you don't know what'll happen because it all depends on what goes on after you pit with the cars in front of you, how fast you can get in front of them, how much it slows you down. But dude, absolutely clinical from Turbo Chicken. Yeah, I mean, Mr. Turbo Chicken here, rounding out the last sector of this race. Oh, dude, Sparkashira only has a second on the Natural. This is looking fiery. The Natural might have DRS, but will it be too little too late for him? Okay, I'm going to have to do some administrative things here immediately after this race as I've messed up some permissions in the league. But we are now seeing Mr. Turbo Chicken win the Baku, the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Berkey, second place. Sparkashira should come across in third place. Yes, he will. Third place for Mr. Sparkashira, absolutely spectacular. Love to see it. The Natural, fourth. Smiley Face, fifth. D-Mummy, sixth. The Pickle Tickle, seventh. Giant Stick, eighth. Maybe. There is a chance. There's still a chance here. I doubt it, but there's still a chance. No, there is not. Pickle Tickle with more battery. But then Dawood Amariki in 9th. Bully Caesar in 10th. Wow, what a race. What a race by Turbo Chicken. Absolutely pinnacle strategy there. Spectacular. I mean, that's all you can say about that. That is absolutely spectacular of a race. Very, very nasty at the beginning, but absolutely amazing for the rest of it. Absolutely amazing. Sorry, just talking with my admins. Apparently, yeah, I messed up some of the role permissions, I think, but absolutely insane, man. Oh, Giant Stick saying that he had a bug. Oh, no. 10-second penalty in the pits when he was going 51 miles per hour and the limit is 50. He's not happy about that. I wouldn't be. That's insane. Don't even have notifications on. Just hopped on Twitch at the perfect time. You're an absolute legend, man. Shawarma, you just had that feeling. You just knew, man. Great stream, Poppy Fridge. Hey, hold on. He's learning, boys. He's learning. No, you got to say it like a Puerto Rican. Ora, Poppy. Buen stream, Poppy. Oh, my shit. He's a fucking baller. Oh, my God. I didn't know Turbo Chicken had it like that. I'm just kidding. I've seen him celebrate like that constantly this season. Absolutely amazing. Spectacular. Visa Cash App Racing Bull. Boppy. There you go. That's how you say it. Boppy. American App Podium. Bro, get him out of here. Get him out of here. Give me a Mexican on the podium. Look at this. There's no Mexican in the grid. Where's the Mexican? There's a Brazilian. Is that Antigua? I think that's Antigua. That's the flag of Antigua, or it's one of the Caribbeans. I know that for sure, but I think it's Antigua. Get these bots out of here. But yeah, so let me get these race results for the boys. I think Sport Kashira gets it anyways. Let's also get this race director just in case for the assistance of these guys. Pit stops. This isn't really necessary, but they can parse through that. But this has been Participation Trophy Racing League, PTRL for short. I have been the Fridge Gamer, Left Fridge Gamer here on Twitch. I hope you enjoyed. We have had a very exciting Baku race, barring or ignoring those Barbados. I knew it was a Caribbean. I knew what it was. Mr. McKean Bailey, he knows. He's a genius. He's definitely just making that up though. There's absolutely no way he knows. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I enjoyed. There was a good bit of racing there near the end. A lot of strategy going on, a lot of cerebral chess-like thinking. But it was interesting in its own way. Hope you enjoyed. I'll be back commentating on Thursday for ARS Abraxas Racing Series. So hey, flag autism. That is true. I've seen it firsthand. But yeah, I shall see you guys on Thursday. I'll be back commentating. So stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I know I enjoyed. I have to go to bed. I have shit to do. I have to get ready for bed, and then I have to go to sleep. I have work in the morning, unlike you unemployed bozos. So I will see you guys later.